courthouse, huge crowds gathered. Combs' supporters celebrated with baby oil and cheers.
Oh, I shouldn't be laughing, Kinsey, but they're celebrating there with baby oil. Like the baby oil!
On the last day, and doing more oil live in the flesh for the people that were there. I just thought of it in that moment, like, oh my God, we should do a live rant. More oil, more oil, more oil, more oil.
But others called the verdict an injustice. Addie Guajardo has their reaction.
Yeah, I got you. I got you on camera. You on Kansas camera now. You ain't know that.
Outside the courthouse, huge crowds gathered. Combs' supporters celebrated with baby oil and cheers, but others called the verdict an injustice. Addie Guajardo has their reaction.
Press, spectators, and streamers packed in closely outside of court for hours, waiting for a final court ruling in the Diddy trial. Moments filled with support.
Free pop, free pop.
Baby oil, a key piece in the trial, and outrage.
I told y'all this to get out.
Right? And somehow we went viral because we were outside the courtroom, okay? And we did more oil. And let me show you what had happened, how it all went down, okay? Give me 1 second to pull up the oil, and let me show you. Here we go.
Bring the oil out. Bring the oil Oh shit! Oh, this is premium fucking footage. Oh shit!
Okay, so, and apparently, you know, the news and the media, they went and said that people were having a baby oil fight. Mind you, it was a little bottle of baby oil. So people were going and saying that, I think it was on one of those neighborhood watch things or the neighborhood notification. I don't know. It got like 11 million alerts that people were slinging baby oil. It was like this huge thing. The police came out. They started barricading all of this stuff. It was crazy, right? So, you know, at first I was a little bit upset because the headline started to say, oh, Diddy supporters.
Diddy's fans were celebrating their acquittals.
Combs' supporters celebrated with baby oil and cheers.
I shouldn't be laughing, Kinsey, but they're celebrating there with baby oil. What else?
You know, cheering outside for baby oil, right? And at first I was upset because I was like, first of all, this is coming from the press that was inside. And a lot of those people knew me and they knew my platform. And they were out here making it seem like oh, Armon had to be a Diddy supporter, and it just, doing all that stuff. And I just didn't like it because I'm like, bro, you guys are putting out this misleading headlines that's going viral everywhere. So, but I couldn't control it. So I was really upset about that. But two, I was upset because number one, I was expressing to one of my friends that people were trying to take the fun out of this case for me and my followers. And and y'all know me, I'm in a new light, so I'm not going to crash out, but I had every intention to crash out, but I'm not, just because I don't have to. But the thing was, I felt away because I'm like, you know what? Screw you. F you. Because it's like, everyone knows just yesterday, I was never about being a Diddy supporter. And just, I want to clear something up. If I decided that that's what I wanted to do, I have a right in this country to do so. And no one's going to make me feel like I can't. You get what I'm saying? This is my platform. I spent my money. I covered this trial every single day for 60 days doing it. So if I want to support the man on the moon, I can do so. But that wasn't what this was about. This was about the moments that we've created here in this room. What this was no different than me thinking creatively off the top of my head in the moment and doing something for my fans and my people. This had nothing to do about celebrating Diddy. This was more about me, honestly, and doing the more oil, because whenever I'm out at the clubs, whenever I'm out at the bars, if I'm walking down the street, people are yelling, more oil, more oil. And so to me, it's no different than me throwing the oil on myself in here, drop kicking Cassie over here, flinging myself on the bed, coming from behind I've came behind this door every single day for this trial. We went viral every single day for reenactments. Through this whole process of this trial, I've had props. Why wouldn't I have a prop on the last day and do a more oil live in the flesh for the people that were there? I just thought of it in that moment, like, oh my God, we should do a live reenactment of more oil, because this is what we do. But I do understand that the headlines are misleading, and the people that didn't know me, they took those messy headlines, and then it was a trigger. It was a rage bait, and a lot of people fell for it. And so I was a little frustrated by that, but I get it. And so one thing that I learned, that in that situation, you can't let people control your narrative, because, I can control my narrative here, but when I'm outside and there's different publications and everybody has to get their click and everybody has to make it as salacious and juicy and gossipy for their said platform, whatever one that is, and you give them something to work with, then you can't be mad at Armon when the headline is Diddy supporters outside running amok, pretty much. But if you guys really want to know the truth, a lot of people are saying, oh, he ran and dashed away. Well, yes, I ran and dashed away because me and the guy that were actually doing it, it was just supposed to be me and him. He handed me clout chaser, legend. I want to be a ratchet ghetto.
Well, listen, nigga, I'll fuck you though.
Spoofy. I don't want to be around that. So I left because I didn't want to go viral with that, because she was always trying to go and be in the camera wherever she seen me. I'm like, I don't fool with that. You get what I'm saying? This is for my people. I was making content for his video because I had been not giving him I hadn't really been giving him content. So I was like, let's just do a little more oil for the people really on the live stream. And so it grew wings of its own for in person. Everybody started pulling out their cameras. It was literally not supposed to be that. So, and so people just were outraged. They took the clips because people are looking for things to, make headlines on. And, another reason why I was upset, I felt like, people made these headlines, but a lot of the reason why the headline was made because people knew who I was. So my thing is this: if you're gonna make the headline, if you want to try to, make it a messy thing about me, say my name. Got a shout out to Kyle from the Neighborhood Talk. At least he said, Armon, Wiggins, blah, blah. Like, niggas know who I am. Don't play with me. To try to dumb me down a Diddy supporter is crazy. When you posted the article because you see my face on there. That's that backhanded stuff that I don't like. Like, you want to try to drag me in mess, and it's going to be click worthy, but at the same time, you don't want to put my name on it. If you're going to drag me, put my name on it. But but I also get it too, and I can't really be too upset because the idea is, let's say Diddy supporter, because that baits the rage. So in essence, the true fans that's been here from day one know that I've been covering this trial every day, and we've been using props. We've been using this door like it was a set. We've had oil on set every day. There's nothing different. This had nothing to do about a celebration of Diddy. This was everything to do about the brand and the type of content that we have been creating here every single day that hundreds of thousands of millions of you love, because this channel grew exponentially and we went viral with almost every clip and video that we've done here. So at this point, for people to try to flip flop and switch it up and make it like it was a problem now, to me, that is when I get turned off from a lot of the people. That's why I like to keep my distance, because the fans and people are just so fickle. You read a headline and ignore the fact that you've been here for 60 days and we've been doing it here every single day. We literally been doing all of that every single day. So it is what it is. You can't change it. But, I didn't really like it. I didn't like the headline because I felt like it was a bit misleading, because everybody that knows the channel, and I'm not going to sit up here and act like we haven't been doing numbers where people didn't know. And I'm not going to sit up here and pretend like I haven't been in court with majority of the press that's been putting out these things, and so these misleading headlines, I just think it's a bit, it's a little weird, but I get it. I probably would have did the same thing too, because that gets the rage going. So, but my real people, they know, and I've seen you guys in different comments in, Armon's been doing this. His real supporters know more oil, more oil. Oil, more oil, more oil. More oil, more oil, more oil. This is a part of what we did. And so, I appreciate you guys for not getting lost in the shuffle. And at the same time, this is just a part of growing. And unfortunately, everybody doesn't know who we are. And so people see a headline, they see oil, they're triggered by the Diddy stuff. And so it's like, oh, and then you see this crazy crackhead looking lady jump in it. And it's me, and it's like, it's a lot going on, and there's black people in this, and you got your news anchor CNN ladies. Oh, they're throwing baby on all this BS. So people just believe what they see. This is why you can't trust all these outlets, because they rage bait and clickbait. So that's why you need to know what you know and understand that, do your research. It wasn't about a celebration of Diddy by far. It was more about a celebration for the end of this case. We had a long 2 months. We finally made it to the end. Every time I'm outside, my fans are yelling, "Stay in the light, more oil, Diddy Dukes," something like that. And just like I do here, I thought off the cuff, and I was like, oh, this will be a dope moment to have some baby oil, because they can get it in real time for my people. And that's what that was. Nothing more, nothing less. And I'm not going to keep explaining it, because I don't really feel like I have to. If you didn't like it, oh, well, sorry that you didn't like it. And if you did like it, because you know what it is. So at the end of the day, we had a great time. I had fun. And one thing I'm not going to do through this process is lose myself and lose the fun. I've had a lot of fun. I've made a lot of good connections. I've done a lot of great things. I've manifested a lot here. I've met so many of you guys, great fans. And I'm not going to let, certain people that don't even watch me, that are just, or don't even know who I am, or just want to get in on the conversation of the moment just to say something, take away from the connection that we've made here every single day for the last 2 weeks. So I'm talking to the people that come here every single night, got their alarm scheduled. I'm talking about the people that go and buy bottle service in the club and they have their more oil signs up. You know what I mean? We even made shirts that said more oil. So we even had merchandise for a minute that said more oil. So guys, let's just be real here. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I love my true down supporters. I love everybody that's been here for me from day one. And I appreciate y'all. Okay. So yeah,